If I'm an independent artist, I'm a new artist, I'm trying to get out, what I have to do is I have to look at every fan that walks through the door as being somebody that I can use for the rest of my career to earn income off of. Now, that's a pretty harsh way of saying it, but that's just simply how it is. I want them to appreciate the music more than anything, but I also have to look at them as a potential source of income. And so if you do the math on it, if they buy a t-shirt once a year, if they buy an album once a year, if they come to 2 of my shows a year, start doing the math. Add up the money. It doesn't take that many fans, to earn for you to earn enough income, to survive and prosper. So the challenge becomes, how can I get the maximum number of people to come through the door, and then once I get them in the door, win them over? It's sort of a two-part process. And so if I am on tour, let's say, and I'm going out for my initial tour, one of the things that I don't want to do is I don't want to stay up all night partying and get tired. What I want to do is I want to have interviews lined up on radio shows. I want to go to the record stores. I want to shake the hands of the people, the 18-year-old kid behind the counter that recommends music to people that walk through the door. I want to give them a t-shirt. I want to give them signed posters. I want to give them anything I can give them that will reinforce my name to them, give them free tickets to the gig that night, have them give them some extra tickets so they can bring some of their friends. And you basically have to work all day to try to muster up any interest that you can in getting people in the door so you can win them over once you get in the door. Now, once you get them in the door, and here again, there's no substitute for a good manager who can make sure that event that happens is memorable, notable, unique in some way, so that it will win them over once they get in the door. But so it's a two-step process. So most artists that make it have an advance team, which sometimes is the spouse of somebody in the band. But you have an advance team that gets to the next venue 2 days before you do. And they leave before you get there, who line up all of this stuff. They line up the meet and greets, they line up the interviews with the DJs at the radio station, they line up an interview, with the writer at the newspaper that does the reviews of music. They line up all this in advance before you even get to town. And then when you get to town, it's all laid out for you, so you don't have to do it when you get there. And then the next day you go to the next gig, and they're at the gig 3 days down the road. Lining up all the things for you when you get there. And all that does is just increase the probability that you're going to get more people in the door. First of all, you always want to collect as much data as you can on your customers, on the people that come in the door. Well, I want their internet address more than anything else. And so if I have a listserv, or I have a list of people who have come to my gigs, I can swap those. I can trade those with another artist that's similar to me, that plays similar music to me. We can swap lists. I'll give them mine, they give me theirs. And then if I can isolate those people somehow to the town that I'm playing in, I can more or less send a personal invitation to that person saying that, I play music, I'm new in town, we're passing through, we play music very similar to these guys, and these guys recommended that we invite you to come to the gig tonight. And there's a coupon here. Just bring the coupon to the door, and we'll let you in for free, or we'll let you in for 50% off, or whatever, just to get them in the door. The acid test of whether a band is good, one of the acid tests, is how many people are there for the last note of the last song. And so if the place is still full of people, the last note of the last song, and you do an encore or whatever, the first thing that, I don't care how tired you are, probably the first thing you ought to do is get off the stage and go out and start shaking people's hands, thanking them for coming by, handing out t-shirts, doing anything you can to win those people over. What you don't do is walk off the stage and go back in the dressing room like you're some kind of a superstar. There are legendary people in the industry who, even when they peaked at the top of their career and were selling millions of albums, always stayed for the meet and greet. Even if they had to stand by their bus until 4 o'clock in the morning to shake everybody's hand who was waiting to talk to them, they did it. And if you take care of your fans, you nurture your fans that way, you'll have an entourage of them following you around, and they'll bring enough money with them to keep you viable, for the rest of your career.